Hello everyone, and welcome back to Living Wisdom and Dharma World. Today, we're going to learn about one of the most revered figures in the powerful and transformative world of Vajrayana Buddhism, Guru Rinpoche, Padmasambhava, the Precious Master. He is the teacher who entered chaos without fear, transformed obstacles into the path, and showed that awakening is possible even in the most turbulent times. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on their path of discovery. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections may spark meaningful conversations and mutual growth. Together, let's start our exploration. One who is Guru Rinpoche? The name Padmasambhava means Lotus-Born One, but throughout Tibet and the Himalayan Buddhist world, he is known with great affection as Guru Rinpoche, the Precious Master. This title is not given lightly. It reflects the deep gratitude felt by generations of practitioners who see him as the one who truly made enlightenment accessible in difficult and turbulent times. Guru Rinpoche is revered as the founder of Tibetan Vajrayāna Buddhism, the great subduer of obstructing forces, and the embodiment of enlightened skillful means. In many traditions, he is even regarded as the second Buddha of this age. While Skyamuni Buddha revealed the universal path to liberation, Guru Rinpoche brought the path into places where chaos, fear, and unseen forces made spiritual practice almost impossible. He showed that the Dharma does not belong only in peaceful monasteries, but can flourish even in wild, unstable, and spiritually dangerous environments. To the image of Guru Rinpoche in Thangka paintings. Before we continue with Guru Rinpoche's life stories, it is helpful to pause and really see him, because in Vajrayana Buddhism, images are teachings. When you look at a Thangka of Guru Rinpoche, you'll almost always see him seated in a royal yet relaxed posture known as the royal ease posture. One foot is slightly extended, symbolizing his readiness to rise and act for the benefit of beings. He is not withdrawn from the world, he is fully engaged. He wears 3 layers of robes: the inner robe of a monk, representing renunciation; the outer robe of a bodhisattva, symbolizing compassionate activity; and a cloak of a tantric yogi, signifying secret Vajrayana realization. On his head, he wears a lotus hat, often with a vulture feather on top. The lotus represents purity arising from samsara, while the vulture feather symbolizes mastery over death and impermanence. This is the hat of one who has walked through fear and come out free. In his right hand, he holds a vajra, representing indestructible wisdom and compassionate power. In his left hand, resting in a skull cup, is the nectar of wisdom, often shown with a vase of immortality, symbolizing the transformation of death into awakening. Resting against his shoulder is his Khvgga staff, a tantric symbol representing his consorts, the union of wisdom and method, and the complete path of Vajrayana. His gaze is especially important. Guru Rinpoche does not look down or away. He looks directly outward, fearless, penetrating, and compassionate. It is the gaze of someone who sees suffering clearly and is not afraid of it. This image teaches us something essential. Enlightenment is not passive. Enlightenment looks directly at reality. 3. The miraculous birth of Guru Rinpoche. According to traditional biographies, Guru Rinpoche did not enter the world in an ordinary way. He appeared miraculously from a lotus flower floating upon Lake Danakosa in the land of Adhyana, often associated with today's Swat Valley in Pakistan. From the heart of that lotus emerged a radiant 8-year-old child, already holding a vajra and a skull cup, symbols of indestructible compassion and transcendent wisdom. He was discovered by King Indrabhuti, a wise ruler who was grieving because he had no heir. Seeing the miraculous child, the king recognized him as no ordinary being and adopted him as his son. This story is deeply symbolic. The lotus grows from mud yet remains unstained, showing how Guru Rinpoche would later enter samsara without being corrupted by it. His appearance without human parents points to his timeless, enlightened nature, beyond birth and death, beyond ordinary limitation. For his early life and renunciation. Although raised in luxury as a prince, Padmasambhava showed little attachment to power or comfort. In different accounts, a dramatic event eventually severed his worldly destiny and led to his departure from the palace. What matters most is not the specific details, but the meaning. He consciously renounced authority, wealth, and privilege in order to walk the path of awakening for the benefit of all beings. He wandered through charnel grounds, forests, and remote places, locations that most people feared and avoided. These were not eccentric choices. Charnel grounds are where illusions collapse, where impermanence, fear, and ego are laid bare. Guru Rinpoche trained precisely where our habitual identities dissolve. Through this phase of his life, he mastered tantric meditation, mantra and mutter, and the profound art of transforming destructive emotions into wisdom. His life teaches us something essential. Awakening does not come from comfort or avoidance, but from fearless insight into reality as it is. 5. Guru Rinpoche's enlightenment. Through deep Vajrayana practice, Guru Rinpoche attained complete and perfect awakening. His enlightenment was not limited to inner realization alone, but fully integrated body, speech, and mind. Traditional accounts describe him attaining the rainbow body, a sign of total integration with awakened awareness. What makes Guru Rinpoche especially important is that his realization naturally expressed itself as compassionate activity. He did not withdraw from the world. Instead, he entered places of danger, conflict, and suffering, transforming them from within. 6. The story of the burning fire. There are many miraculous stories about Guru Rinpoche. One of the most powerful stories about Guru Rinpoche took place during his time in Vajrayana. After leaving royal life, he encountered a local king whose daughter became deeply devoted to the Dharma through Guru Rinpoche's teachings. This devotion was so strong that the king grew suspicious and angry, fearing that Guru Rinpoche had corrupted his daughter and threatened social order. In a display of ignorance and fear, the king ordered Guru Rinpoche and his daughter to be burned alive, placing him upon a massive pyre of fire. To ordinary eyes, this should have meant certain death. Yet what occurred became legendary. Instead of being consumed by flames, the fire transformed into a vast, cool lake. At its center bloomed a giant lotus, upon which Guru Rinpoche and the king's daughter sat peacefully, untouched, radiant, and smiling. Seeing this miracle, the king's arrogance shattered. He fell into deep remorse and recognized Guru Rinpoche's enlightened nature. This moment teaches a profound truth. Fire represents anger, ignorance, and aggression. But in the presence of awakened wisdom, even destruction is transformed into clarity and compassion. In fact, a legendary story told that the same miracle happened again, with Guru Rinpoche's another devoted princess student in another country he went to. Both of them remained unburned upon the fire that turned into a cool lake. Thus, Guru Rinpoche taught and transformed the people of a new country that didn't believe him. 7. Journey to Tibet, the land of demons and spirits. In the 8th century, Tibet was powerful but spiritually volatile. King Trisong Detsen sincerely wished to establish Buddhism and invited the great Indian abbot Esantarkita to teach. While Esantarkita laid the philosophical and monastic foundations, his efforts were repeatedly blocked by storms, illness, and political chaos, believed to arise from local spirits and elemental forces. Esantarkita understood the situation clearly and advised the king, saying that without Padmasambhava, the Dharma could not take root in Tibet. Thus, Guru Rinpoche was invited. 8. Subduing the forces of chaos. When Guru Rinpoche arrived in Tibet, he did not wage war against local spirits and deities. Instead, he approached them with compassion, wisdom, and vows. Rather than destroying them, he transformed them, binding them by oath to protect the Dharma instead of obstructing it. This is a crucial teaching. Guru Rinpoche did not reject the world or suppress its energies. He transformed them. Enlightenment, in this sense, is not escape, it is integration. Through this work, Tibet became fertile ground for Buddhism to flourish. 9. Establishing Tibetan Buddhism. Working together with King Trisong Detsen and Esentarkita, Guru Rinpoche helped establish Sami Monastery, the first Buddhist monastery in Tibet. He assisted in ordaining the first Tibetan monks and introduced Vajrayana practices suited to Tibet's unique conditions. He also trained many close disciples, most notably Yesh Tsogyal, his foremost female disciple and a fully realized master in her own right. Her presence demonstrates clearly that enlightenment is not limited by gender, social role, or background. 10. The Treasure Teachings, Terma. Guru Rinpoche foresaw that future times would be marked by chaos, persecution, and spiritual decline. Out of compassion, he concealed teachings known as Terma, or hidden treasures. These teachings were hidden in mountains, lakes, statues, the elements, and even within the minds of future disciples. When the time was right, Tertans would reveal these teachings, ensuring that the Dharma would remain alive, adaptive, and responsive to changing conditions. 11. How we practice Guru Rinpoche and receive his blessings. Practicing Guru Rinpoche today does not require extraordinary circumstances. The most essential practice is devotion combined with mindfulness and courage. One begins by taking refuge and generating the wish to awaken for the benefit of all beings. Then we visualize Guru Rinpoche before us or above our head, radiant, compassionate, and fully present. We recite his mantra, Om Aham Vajra Guru Padmasambhava, allowing sound, meaning, and devotion to merge. Through this, obstacles are purifying, fear is transformed, and confidence arises. Over time, we recognize that Guru Rinpoche is not separate from our own awakened nature. His wisdom awakens our wisdom. His courage strengthens our courage. 12. Why Guru Rinpoche matters today. Our modern world, filled with anxiety, uncertainty, and rapid change, is not so different from the world Guru Rinpoche entered. His life reminds us that awakening is possible amid chaos, that fear can be transformed into wisdom, and that even inner demons can become protectors when met with awareness. Conclusion. When we place these stories alongside Guru Rinpoche's image in the Thangka, we begin to understand something profound. The Vajra in his hand is unbreakable. The fire around his disciples cannot harm realization. The lotus always rises. Guru Rinpoche's legacy is not just history, it is living courage, fearless compassion, and awakening in the midst of danger. Guru Rinpoche is not merely a figure of the past. He represents fearless wisdom, active compassion, and the courage to face reality directly. To remember Guru Rinpoche is to remember our own potential to transform suffering, to act with clarity, and to walk the Bodhisattva path with confidence. May we, like Guru Rinpoche and the great women masters, learn to sit calmly in the fire of life and emerge free. May his blessings inspire wisdom. May his example guide compassion. May all beings awaken. Thank you for listening. May all beings benefit. If you found this teaching helpful, please like, subscribe, and share so others can benefit from the Dharma. Feel free to share your reflections in the comments below. May all beings awaken to true peace and liberation.